Hi and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today we're going to be doing a reading for the Aquarius. This is going to be Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, as well as the cross watcher of the Aquarian. If you don't know your different sign placements, you can go to a website such as Astro.com, plug in your birth information, and a chart will be generated for you. This is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. Take what fits and leave the rest. Don't stretch it to fit. As I said, check out those other sign placements if you're finding that this is not resonating with you for the month of November. November. What's going on for our Aquarians? And oh my God, that's a lot of cards here. Okay, well they came out, right? So we have moving on as your first card. Moving on, discontent and boredom, accelerated motion, and rejoice in celebration. And so I feel as though for some of you guys, for the month of November, you are going to be moving on from whatever it may be. Whether this is a relationship, whether this is a job, whether this is like physically relocating somewhere. There is a sense of movement, right? Especially with this Eight of Wands, this accelerated motion card. So it's like where there once was stagnancy, now there is movement and momentum because you are finally able to release whatever it is that was not serving you anymore. Whatever it is that was not resonating, that was not for your highest good, that was leaving you in this state of discontent and boredom, right? Like you guys don't like to be bored. You're a very fun sign. You're a very intelligent sign. You guys are full of life, right? You don't like to be stagnant. You don't like to be bored. And so this energy, whatever it was that was keeping you in that, you're like, we're done with that, right? It's time to move on. It's time to let go. It's time to kind of almost, I feel like, let the chips fall where they may and move on from whatever the situation is that's leaving me in this stagnant energy and go for what it is that I desire, what it is that I wish, right? That energy always reminds me of wishing upon a star. And then it's like, as soon as you do that, this energy is drawn in. This is the rejoice and celebration card. This is like, what are we celebrating? What is Aquarius celebrating? Is it just the fact that things are moving again, or is there more? Like, what's going on with this? Okay. And so we got light. Number 19, which would be the star, which is your card, Aquarius, right? And then we got disruption, the tower, and movement, choices, and decisions. So you are celebrating the movement. You're celebrating the choices. You're celebrating the decisions. And so I feel for some of you guys, it's like your wish fulfillment came in the form of the tower. Like for those of you who weren't able to move on and release yourself from a situation yourself, something came in and did that for you, which is then bringing in that wish fulfillment, right? Like we've got the light. We can see the light here again, right? Just like here when I said wish upon a star, right? And some people describe this card as absolute wish fulfillment, right? And so really your wishes are being fulfilled. And for some of you, this is happening in a way that may seem very disruptive at first glance, right? Like that tower, that Uranian energy comes in and kind of just divine intervention moves you out of whatever stagnant situation you were in to put you in alignment with your true path, right? With where it is that you're meant to be going next. I also feel for some of you guys, it's like, yeah, it's definitely divine intervention. But for some of you, it may also be that you make a decision to move out of a situation and then you think you know where you're going next, but then that disruption comes in again and moves you to a different place, right? So this may be like a double whammy for some of you guys, right? Or there may just be an energy of feeling like this, like you kept feeling like you knew where you were supposed to be going and what you were supposed to be doing, and then it didn't work out. And so you had to try again, and then it didn't work out. So you had to try again. And that may be part of what this discontent energy is about, is just being like, okay, so like when is something going to work out? And it's like you're constantly having to make choices and decisions. And and really maybe not always sure about what the best decision is. And so I guess that's like a way that you guys can take comfort. Like, it doesn't really matter. Whatever decision you make, you are going to constantly be realigned with the path that is meant for you. Divine intervention is smiling on you in the best of ways. And so it's like, for some of you guys, it's just like you were stuck in that. And I'm sorry if I'm hopping around a little bit. There's a couple different energies that I'm feeling, but it's like you were stuck in this stagnant space, right? And then this disruption comes, right? This light comes in and disrupts and intervenes and moves you to a more fortuitous path. But then there's like all these choices and decisions that have to be made. And you're kind of sitting here overwhelmed, like, fuck, I don't know what to do now. Like, I had no options and now I have too many options, right? It's kind of like Spirit is chuckling, like, you were bored. You asked for movement, you asked for more options, and you wanted to make some new choices and decisions. I gave you exactly what you asked for. You know, like, that's almost like the energy that I'm feeling there, which is really interesting, right? Spirit has such a sense of humor. And what do we have here coming out? We have Transformation, the Death card, and Power. Right. So whatever is going on right now, this is a hugely transformative process from you. And you are gaining an immense amount of power. You are beginning to realize how truly powerful you are. There's incredible, it's going to require for some of you guys, whatever this transformation is, whatever is ending, like the Death card represents endings as well. Let whatever is trying to end, right? Let whatever is ready to die. Because that is exactly what you need to step into this new, more empowered phase, right? All of this growth, like, there may be strength and courage that is required of you as you go through this process. Like, for some of you guys, even though you were discontent and you were bored, if the Tower has come in and disrupted things for you, if there was divine intervention in place and now you're feeling overwhelmed with the choices and decisions that you have to make right now, just call upon your inner strength. Know that inner strength will get you through, right? Like, it may be scary. It's sort of like you wanted that shakeup. There was a part of you that really wanted it. I feel like some of you guys were even praying for that, right? That's the wishing upon a star. You were praying for something to come in and move you and show you where to go, right? But then the way that it comes in is not the way that you anticipated. And so you're thrown into this emotional turmoil, but it's okay because everything is going to work out for the highest and best outcome for all involved. Okay, yeah, that's wicked funny. These cards started popping out. I was going to put them back in the deck because I just end shuffle and see if they really came out. And so then they just fell right out on the table. I love it when that happens. So we have firm foundation, right? We have firm foundation. And then we have partnerships and alliances. And so stay strong, be courageous, right? Be courageous. Don't allow your fears to get the best of you. If you get overwhelmed, just breathe, right? Breathe, reconnect with yourself, understand that Spirit is giving you exactly what you asked for, and you may not understand how it's all going to shake out now, but you don't need to. But something about this situation and the opportunities that come along in the wake of whatever this is are going to help you to build a firm physical foundation, a firm foundation in the outer reality. This is the Four of Pentacles card. But in this is not a negative card, right? Not that the Four of Pentacles is necessarily a negative, but a lot of times it does indicate holding on too tight. So I guess that meaning does play in here as well, because you're being asked not to do that anymore. You're being asked to release your control, right? That is one thing. Even though you guys are so free-flowing in one aspect, you are a fixed sign, right? And you can like to have that feeling of control. And so that may be part of what's going on here, is it's really painful for you to give up control, right? But just understand that everything is working in your benefit. And some of these partnerships and alliances, these may be some of the choices and decisions. Some of the choices and decisions for some of you are going to involve physically moving. Like, you have to change, you have to switch up your location. You have to move somewhere, maybe somewhere that's not familiar to you, maybe somewhere that you didn't want to return to. Whatever the case may be, I feel physical moving for some of you. I feel also just like Yeah, it's like moving mountains is what came up to me. I'm seeing the mountain in the background. It may feel like the choices and decisions that are placed in front of you right now feel like it feels so heavy. Like, how am I supposed to move this mountain? But just understand that spirit has your back, and those mountains will move themselves if you are brave, if you are courageous, if you just take that next step, right? And have faith in and surrender into that process and accept the help that's offered. I feel like help is going to be offered to you. There are going to be maybe multiple people that step up and offer to assist you. And so that's what some of those choices and decisions are going to be as well, is like, who do I trust, right? Who do I accept that hand from? Who do I partner myself with? What is the venture? I feel like people are going to be drawn to you. They're going to be offering you all of these different opportunities to build that firm foundation. But it's going to be your discernment that decides which ones will help you to cultivate that and which ones possibly will not. But there is going to be a lot of support coming for you, and a lot of just that option energy. I'm feeling that 7 of Cups energy, even though that hasn't come out yet. And we have the Spiritual Union card on the bottom of the deck. It's upside down. So this may actually just indicate, whoa, and that's weird how those popped out with the Hierophant popping out there with the Wisdom. Interesting. We'll see if that actually comes out. The way I'm seeing this right now on the bottom of the deck is like, that may be another thing that some of you are leaving, is a relationship. And then we have Truth and the Shadow coming out together. All right. So that is really interesting. So this would be Judgment, I believe. And the Shadow would be the Devil card. No, the Shadow's not the Devil card. Oh well. Either way, we have the yeah, it is. It has to be. Sometimes I forget all the numbers, you guys. I do my best, but so yeah. Either way, it's like truth is coming up. You are also, some of these, in the midst of all of this, right? You are getting this opportunity to see the truth about aspects of yourself that you may not have recognized or understood before. There are going to be situations that mirror this truth back to you. You are going to really, what is in your unconscious is going to be revealed to you. Where it is, like, it's just aspects of, it's sort of like things that have happened, the way that you perceived them, right? You're going to begin to understand how there were multiple layers to that perception and that experience. You're really going to be facing yourself. This energy is going to call you to face yourself. It's going to shake you up. It's going to put you in positions that may be a bit uncomfortable, and it is going to allow you to face yourself. It's going to force you to face yourself. It's going to show you the truths within yourself that you may have been hiding from, as well as the truths within other people and other situations that maybe you hadn't wanted to accept. And we have Patience, and that was on the bottom of the deck, and that's popping out now, right? And so this is, the Patience would be the energy of, if I am not mistaken, Patience would be Temperance. No, that would be Balance. Once again, whatever. They're not. We're not going through all of that because I'm starting to get confused here. But they're calling you enough patience, right? Be patient with yourself during this process. Be patient with others during this process, but especially above all else, be patient with yourself and be patient with the process in and of itself, right? Because this is a process, right? Life is a journey. It's not an event. The unfolding of the journey is where we learn and where we grow. So really be patient and just understand that the seeds that you have planted are the seeds that grow, right? That, like, when we plant a seed, that does grow into something. And so I feel like that's also something that you're being shown right now with this truth of your shadow, is like, what seeds did you plant that were growing that you didn't even realize you were planting because you were doing it subconsciously, right? And for some of you guys, like I'm saying, this whole situation you planted, right? By being discontent, being bored, praying and asking for something new, for something different to be rerouted. It's like you planted that seed and that seed bloomed, right? And anywhere else where you may have planted seeds, the truth of what it was that you were planting, what it was that you truly desired, right? The truth of your heart, I feel for some of you guys, is going to be mirrored back and revealed to you. And so just having patience with that process and really getting a deeper understanding of your own power. It's like you come into this situation, right? Power, where you're feeling utterly powerless because it's like things are just happening and things are shaking up for some of you guys in a way that you had not anticipated. And even those of you guys where you willingly left a situation of your own volition, there's going to be twists and turns that you did not anticipate, right? And so it's just really, you are going to realize how powerful you are through this process of feeling powerless and then taking that power back, understanding what do I have control of, right? If I don't have control over all of these outer circumstances, I have control over my choices and my decisions. I have control of what I do next. I have control of which opportunity I take. I have control over how I feel, right? How I feel, how I act, how I react. I have control over my own mind, my own thoughts, my own beliefs, my own perceptions, and how those are creating my reality. And you are then able to really step into your empowerment and make some amazing things happen, right? There's that mental conflict, that energy that we could feel coming up, right? But that mental conflict will give way. And then we have, this card wanted to come out, we have the crown chakra and spiritual union coming out together, right? So you may be having conflict over this. This may, for some of you, be a thing, one of the things that you are moving on from, or that is coming in, one of these options, these choices, these decisions, right? And this partnership energy, this Two of Cups energy. And so this is like high spiritual energy, though. Like if somebody does come into your reality during this time, and I'm feeling for some of you, maybe there is a situation, whatever this is, any person that you encounter is somebody who has high spiritual value for you. Somebody who is going to push you and to teach you and to help you to grow, right? And for some of you guys, this may be part of the instigation, right? One of the things that helps you to see your shadow, that helps to reveal the truth within your heart, is this energy that you attract in. And so that's going to be interesting when that comes in for some of you guys as well. And for some of you guys, maybe it possibly has already, right? Or maybe this is an energy coming back in. For some of you guys, this is like a brand new energy that's called in. But whatever it is, there's a highly spiritual feel to that energy. And that energy may reveal a lot of things, right? We talked about reveal the truth that's in your heart. And this card kept popping up on the bottom of the deck too. Emotional withdrawal. There may come a period where you need to pull back from a lot of these energies and just really center back into your own self. Like you may have to do this repeatedly, right? And that's okay if you have to do this repeatedly during this time as well, because there's going to be a lot going on. So you have to take those times to sometimes withdraw emotionally. And for others of you, this may be an energy that you've been dealing with, whether you were withdrawn or another person was withdrawn. And that was part of that stagnant energy, was that withdrawal, and you deciding that you wanted more connection, either with yourself or with another. I know I'm throwing out a lot of options here, you guys. There's a lot going on in this reading, okay? And then we have the wisdom coming out again, the Hierophant card. This is the spiritual upgrade card as far as I'm concerned, with patience and planning. Right. So patience coming up twice for you guys. Patience is going to be key with this process, right? It's almost like you're going to be learning patience in a way because nothing was going on and you were feeling really bored and discontent, right? And then you just wanted shit to pop off, basically. And then shit starts popping off and you're like, whoa, slow down, right? And so you're learning that it is sometimes good to take a bit of a slower and more grounded approach to situations, right? And so you are gaining the wisdom of how to be patient, right? How to be patient, how to plan, how to be strategic, right? All of these choices and options coming up for you, right? You are going to need to call on you're going to need to strategize a little bit, right? You're going to have to use your intuition, but you're also going to have to use your logic. And you guys are an air sign, so you have that going for you, right? There's going to be a lot of that process, a lot of those things that have to happen. And you're going to be learning all about all of that. Yes, and then we have spiritual strength coming out. That's what you are gaining through. You are already so spiritually strong, and you will be spiritually stronger. But this is the Nine of Wands card, so this can also sometimes be exhaustion. So we have on the bottom of the deck, rest and rejuvenate right under that. Okay? When you start feeling this exhaustion, pull yourself back. Rest yourself, rejuvenate yourself. Don't allow yourself to be in this. You want to tap into your spiritual strength, but you don't want to feel like you're holding up the whole world all the time. So this is another aspect of patience, is knowing when to pull your energy back, knowing when to take care of you. You're going to need to do that, because you are going to feel, some of you are going to feel quite worn out from all of this. And then, of course, I have to call it out on the bottom of the deck. We also have the Lovers. So, decisions and love. Decisions, choices. There may be multiple options in that department, too, when it comes for you guys. And one of those options may be somebody that you have an extreme connection with. An extreme spiritual connection with. This is just absolutely crazy energy, you guys. So, I guess, I don't know if you took much from this reading, but the one thing that I can absolutely tell you guys, if none of this has started happening for you yet, and you are in that place of boredom and discontentment, wanting to move on, wishing upon a star, asking for a shakeup, asking for something new, be careful what you wish for, because it is coming. And when it comes, it is going to be like a wild stampede of buffalo. So prepare yourselves. Start resting and rejuvenating right now, all right, if this energy has not hit yet. And when it does, continue to take the time to do that. Patience, right? Take your time making those choices and decisions. Some decisions have to be made very quickly, right? Like if you have to find a place to live and you're about to be homeless, yeah, you may need to make a decision, right? There are some situations where those decisions will have to happen quickly, and you will have to go with that blend of your logic and your gut. But there are other choices and decisions that you can take your time making, and that's where that patience comes in. Take your time making those decisions, right? And understand that if you have 100 options presented to you, you don't have to choose 100 things. Choose the things that resonate the most, that make the most sense, that are going to get you in the direction that you want to go. You know what direction you are wanting to go in when you are sitting and wishing on that star. So what is going to get you there, right? What is going to bring you closer to this, right? All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated, drop a comment below. Let me know. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you want to subscribe so you can catch more videos, click the bell with the little squigglies so you get the notifications. I do daily readings. I do videos on major astrological events. I do random other videos sometimes. Lots and lots of content for you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. There are links to donate down below if you enjoyed this content and you want to support this channel. I also do personal readings, incredibly powerful energy healings, ascension charts, a whole bunch of different stuff. That's all listed in the description box with my email. So reach out to me if you would like any of those things. I love you. I appreciate you. I believe in you. This is going to be a dynamic month for you, Aquarius. And just remember to breathe. Just remember to breathe. Be patient. Take your time, right? And just know that everything you are receiving is preparing you for what you asked for. I love you so very, very much.